Good Thursday morning. Hey, one of my main concerns, whenever I felt the Lord was calling me into the ministry or into pastoring, one of my main concerns was, God, I don't have all the answers. God, what do I do when people come to me and they have these questions that I cannot answer? And that was my big holdup. It really was. God, I don't have all the answers. Well, obviously, you learn rather quickly that you do not have all the answers, but God does have all the answers. And it involves you praying about it. It involves us leaning on the Lord and looking to Him for the answers, because so often the answers are not in ourselves, to say the least. 1 Corinthians 13, verse 12. For now we see through a glass darkly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, but then shall I know, even as also I am known. For now we see through a glass darkly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, but then shall I know, even as also I am known. So right now we don't have the full picture. God, why did my spouse leave me? God, why did I get this diagnosis regarding my health? Lord, why did my child turn out the way he or she did? Lord, why did I lose my job? Lord, why did my truck break down? Lord, why did this happen? Why, Lord, am I struggling in this area? A lot of questions. And again, we want the answers, and that is so true, but often the answers are not there, or at least they're not there immediately, but there will come a time when we'll understand. Right now, we see through a glass darkly, and we may not understand right now the coronavirus of all times, of all years. Why now? We may not understand, and quite frankly, we don't understand so many things that happens to us in life. And so we start self-evaluating. Lord, is it me? Do I have sin in my life? I must have made a bad choice 3 months ago, but sometimes things are just life. And often we don't know why this is happening or that's happening in our life. But again, all things work together for the good, right? And so it may take 20 years for you to fully realize what God is up to, because God's ways are above our ways. And so it may take a while for you to fully comprehend what God is up to. Matter of fact, it may be on the other side. So that means we got to have faith and trust in God. And that means we got to keep our hand in His. And that means we can't give up. And God's not forsaken us. He's not abandoning us. He's not left us to our own devices. He cares for us. He loves us. And again, He's working it out. There's a song that I've heard for years. I'm sure you've heard it too. I've had many tears and sorrows. I've had questions for tomorrow. There's been times I didn't know right from wrong. But in every situation, God gave me blessed consolation that my trials come to only make me strong. Through it all, I've learned to trust in Jesus. I've learned to trust in God. Through it all, I've learned to depend upon His word. I thank God for the mountains, and I thank Him for the valleys. I thank Him for the storms He brought me through. For if I'd never had a problem, I wouldn't know God could solve them. I'd never know what faith in God could do. So that's why I can sing, through it all, I've learned to trust in Jesus. I've learned to trust in God. Through it all, I've learned to depend upon the Lord. Whatever you're facing right now, whatever you'll face tomorrow, learn to depend upon the Lord. And if you have more questions than answers, know that God has all the answers, and that someday you'll understand it all better by and by. God bless you. Have a wonderful Thursday.